Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to VidaneTV. A little bit of a road trip for this guy this morning. Got up 3 a.m. I was in Raleigh, North Carolina. 12 hours later in a box truck, and then a couple more hours after that driving around, moving trucks and stuff around. We're really tired up here in the broadcast booth here tonight, so we may slip up just a little bit, but we're still going to have ourselves some fun here tonight. Welcome in. We are here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in the virtual Nashville, Tennessee. Tan Woldridge going to start up on the pole with Ryan Messer, the current points leader, starting on the outside. That's actually 1-2 in the point standing, starting 2 and 1 there on the front row. Mike Rhino, Ashton Tucker in behind, Noel Fougier, Dylan Black, Craig Tully, Travis Roma, Chris Roma, and Scott Negus going to round out the top 10 as they qualified here. The qualifying times, you can see there about 17 and a half seconds or so, and a little bit slower on throughout the field, but still relatively tight within the top 10. 125 laps here on the docket tonight. Taking a quick peek, looks like 18 cars took the qualifying lap. Travis Turple, the only car that's not out in the field right now, still sitting down in the garage area, so we'll see if we can follow up with that number 10 car later on here this evening. Ryan Messer starting all the way back in 17th. Going to be interesting to see what he's able to do and how he's able to climb up through the field. He's got 237 points with that lead, and it's a tie for second place between Dan Woldridge and Craig Tully with 221. So lots of climbing to do, and they may have a pretty good start there with Messer starting all the way in the back. Shotgun on the field as it were. There you see the lights are off on the iRacing Mustang pace car. We are lined up 2 by 2 all the way through, and we are getting ready to take the green flag for the Toco Electric 125 here at Nashville Ground Speedway. And there they go, thundering on down to turn number 1. Side by side for second. Tucker slips up just a little bit. There you can see the elite onboard cam there for the 28 car of Canton Woldridge, thundering on down into the backstretch into turn number 3. Big time sun glare there as the caution flag flies for the very first time here on lap number 1. Just taking a look through the field here, don't see anybody pointed in the wrong direction or tore up too badly here. We're going to see if we can back up the U-House Racing Designs instant replay, because we can do that here on the live TV. And there you see it. Dylan Black getting a little bit of a bumpski there in the 08 car. We'll take another look at it. We're going to look at it from the blimp here. You can see gets a little bit loose, has it corrected, kind of drifts up the racetrack, but unfortunately Tucker right into the back bumper of him. Good news is here, nobody hits him. Goodwood came close in a 24 car, but a great job getting on the brakes and getting that car woed up. So could have been a whole lot worse for everybody involved in that one. Dylan Black going to lose some track position, though. 7 spots back to 13th. And, man, it's going to be a tall climb for Dylan Black in that 08 car, but still early on yet. You can see the lights still on the iRacing Mustang pace car. And these drivers getting a little bit of an opportunity to kind of feel things out under that one lap of green flag racing. And doesn't seem like much, but that definitely lets you know that everything is either working or it's not. In trouble for the 34 car, it appears. Mike Rhino going to take it down to pit road early on. I'm not, you definitely don't think this is a scheduled stop with Mike Rhino starting up in the top 5. Going to give up a lot of track position here. Thinking may just top the tank off with fuel. We'll see if he puts tires on it. It may very well have maybe a little bit of damage on that. No, just non-stop. So not sure what's going on with that 34 car, Mike Rhino, but going to rejoin the field back at the end of the pack. And here you see the 56 car of Tanton Woldridge out front. Noel Fougier, Travis Roma, Scott Negus, and Craig Tully, the top 5 as they run here on lap number 4. Getting ready to rock and roll once again here. Going to take that green flag on lap number 5. Tanton Woldridge going to take the bottom side of the racetrack. Noel Fougier, 5th in points. He's going to restart on the outside. Negus, Roma, and Roma, the top 5. And There you see, coming out of turn number 4, nice and slow. There's the green flag, getting that restart, great restart for the 56 of Tan Woolridge. Going to pull ahead by about a car length, maybe 2 over Sheer in that second place. They're going to gap back to third place. Roma in the 38 car has a bit of ground to try and make up to get up to those top 2 cars, but right now it's the 56 and the 36 driving away just a little bit. You can see 7 tenths, 8 tenths, 9 tenths of a second now the gap between first and third. Those front 2 definitely have it figured out. You can see Greg Tully in the mix there as well. Number 50 Toco Electric ride. Chris Roma in the 83 Scott Negus back here as well. They were side by side a couple of laps ago. Oh, 55 up to the outside wall just a little bit. That's going to open the door for Conrad Murphy. Going to slide on through in that 89 car down to the bottom side of the racetrack. And Roger down in the 35 car there. You can see it right there. Danny Mitch, that Major Melon Mountain Dew, number 29 car, one of the loudest paint teams here on VidaneTV. Up in really good paint team there. Wow, let you know, definitely let you know what Dylan Black climbing back in the top 10. You can see he's going to try and shoot on down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Does a great job with that momentum, using the bottom of the racetrack there to get that car turned up. A little Stafford Speedway trick to try and get that thing going. Speaking of guys climbing up through the field, we made mention Ryan Metzer in that one car started shotgun on the field all the way into the back of the pack, into the back bumper of Dylan Black. Almost going to kind of push him on by Dan and Fish. Oh, the 55 and Egan around into the inside wall there. Caution flag going to fly for the second time here on lap number 11. Backing up on you guys racing behind it. There's the 55 car, the EasyKleen replay. I've done that twice now. There you can see a little bit of a bump from the 89. I'm going to back that up one more time as I got myself distracted by the graphic that popped up there. We'll take a look at it once again. There's the 55 car. We're going to throw it into slow motion. You can see it just gets a little bit loose. That's okay. That's really loose. Almost sideways. Has it just about saved. Gets a little bit of a bump on around and a help into a 360 spin there from the 89 cars. The 55 doesn't hit anything, doesn't get hit by anyone else. That's definitely good news there. Could have been a whole lot worse than the 55 car, but a whole bunch of spots to slide on back from the top 10 back to 17th on the field. There you can see getting those tires scuffed back up, warmed back up, trying to knock all the debris off of those tires. See if we can get a little bit of grip and try and climb on through the field once again. And there you see them doubled up 2 by 2 all the way through. Lights off the iRacing pace car. We're getting ready to go green flag racing once again here at Nashville Fairgrounds for the Toco Electric. 125 laps on the docket here this evening. Racing on into the sunset as we're going to take the green flag here to take lap number 14. Another phenomenal restart there from Tanton Woolridge in the 56 car, able to gap that 36 by about a car length or 2 once again. And then it's a pair of Romans side by side for third. As you can see, Chris up on the high side in the 83, Travis in the 38 down the bottom side. Red versus yellow here. Chris going to take it from Travis right now. And he's going to take a look at second place down the bottom side of Noel here. Going to drift up the racetrack just a little bit. You can see Noel doing a great job holding his line up on the high side. Kind of not quite pinching the 83 car down, but definitely holding his ground there. As Calamity in the back. Danny Fitch is around. Yellow flag flies once again. Up into the outside fence, pointed in the wrong direction. We'll pack it up on the replay, and you can see it looks a little bit off the pace here. Coming out of 2, gets up to the outside wall straight, kind of gets stuck a little bit, and unfortunately gets pushed on around it there by tough break for Danny Fitch, and gonna have a little bit of damage on that 29 car as well. You can see he's gonna rejoin the back of the field. You might see that 29 car come down pit road and see if we can bang some of the virtual sheet metal out on that. But man, it's a tough break for the 29 car. Had not quite the qualifying run they were looking for, and not quite what they needed here in the first couple of laps here in this race. Under caution for the third time here on the lap number 11. 18, lap number 18 again. The iRacing Mustang pace car going to dip down to the safety of pit road once again. We're going to get that green flag here on lap number 19, and another great jump from the 56 to Tanton Woldridge. Once again, gets that gap of about a car over the 36 here, and it's still side by side for third. Travis holding on to that. They're on the outside this time by Craig Tully, going to be in the 5th position in that number 50 car. Ryan Messer all the way up to 6th in that number 1 car. They see Dylan Black in the 08 car, rather, getting up into the outside wall just enough to get a puff of smoke, a little bit of dust out of it, and he's going to get, big time in the wall once again that time. The 57 car of Braswell does a great job getting hauled and checked up. The 2 car of Tucker out of shape there, kind of presses up into the 67 car. Calamity here on lap number 21. They get it all sorted out for the time being, and everything is A-OK. Staying clean and green. Definitely not a lack of action here at Nashville Fairgrounds. The 08 car drifts up high onto the middle of the high groove of the racetrack. Don't quite know if he gets into the outside wall there in the 55, just a little bit further on back. Just trying to make that car a bit more narrow to try and squeeze through these. It's definitely picking up here at Nashville Fairgrounds as Tanton Woldridge leading this one. Pulling away this time by the new second place driver, Chris Roma, able to get around the old Bouchier. He's got about a car length over that 36 car, and you can see he's kind of drifting up the track just a little bit with the RBR onboard cam there. Oh man, look at that sun glare getting into the corner. That is detrimental to what you're trying to do. It is really tough to drive a race car, let alone a simulated race car, if you can't see. When you're driving off into the sun blind like that, very, very, very tough, and that's something that a lot of these drivers, if not all of them, are struggling with here this evening. But as we get into this one, long night of racing here at Nashville Fairgrounds, that sun's going to set and no longer be an issue. Lights come on here. These drivers will race into the nighttime here at the Nashville. RBR on board there with Chris Roma. You can see the back bumper of of Tanton Woldridge there in the 56 car, kind of searching around the racetrack, trying to see if he can get a little bit more grip and pull away from this 83 car. But Roma doing a great job, really holding on to the bottom of the racetrack. There you can see he's right up to the corner panel, going to dip down low, all the way down low. Tanton Woldridge going to slide up the track just a bit, get that position too. Going to try and cross over here just a little bit, and then think better of it, tucked back in to the tire tracks of the 83 car. You can see that sun glare, a little bit of rainbow action there as well. Now we're taking a look at the elite onboard cam, looking on into the new leader, the 83 car of Chris Roma, lap number 28, holding on to it. Bouchier there in third. You can see Ryan Messer's up into fourth. Check that, Ryan Messer's up into third. That one car hasn't figured out for sure, showing everybody how and why he is the current points leader heading into tonight. One race left on the season after this one, and we made mention there was a tie for second between Tanton Woldridge and Craig Tully. So a little bit of time to get that all sorted out. We will have ourselves a champion here on VidaneTV in a couple of weeks' time, and we are really looking forward to that moment here. That's going to be next Monday night. We'll be able to officially crown that champion. You can see the one car kind of burning the throttle a little bit, making sure that car's going to stick to the racetrack. And there you can see it looks nice and smooth from on the outside of the car, but when these drivers wear these nice bright white gloves, you can see just how hard and how aggressive these drivers are on the wheel just to keep the thing pointed in the right direction. And that one car definitely has his place figured out. You can see he has got that target locked on the back bumper of the number 2 car, the number 2 spot rather, held by the 56 car of Tanton Woldridge. And you can see just almost a late apex there, or an early kind of drifted up the track there on corner entry and got right on down to the bottom there on exit. You can see really starting to close that gap, able to pick up just a little bit of draft from Tanton Woldridge in that 56 car. Trouble ensues. Chris Roma having a little bit of connection issue, and I think that may have kind of cascaded a bit of a wreck up in the top 10 or so. We're going to take a look at it here on the EasyKleen replay. A little side-by-side action there. There it is, the 89 car getting in just a little bit too hot to try. We're going to back that up just a little bit. We're going to take a look at it here from the blimp as well. And here you have it at speed. The 89 kind of getting in a little too high, a little too hot. They get a little simultaneous spin, a little bit of an extra bump there, kind of blocking that that middle groove and then down on the apron as well. Tough break for Roger down in that 35 car. Going to lose a lot of track position here and less than 100 laps to go, 35 laps in, still a bit of time to try and climb up through the field, but we've seen just how quick a lot of these cars are throughout the field here, and especially on these, we won't call them long green flag runs, but longer green flag runs. Once we get everything kind of sorted out and everybody's able to find their rhythm, we'll get some racing in here, and these drivers have shown that this is definitely an entertaining racetrack. Just got to keep everything kind of pointed in the right direction. Dan Wilbridge waiting on the pace car there, going to gather the field back up, and you can see Dan Wilbridge going to hold on to the lead for now, because Ryan Messer's there in second already, able to get around everybody in the field after starting shotgun on the field. Noel Fougier going to hold on to that third place. Travis Roma in the 38 car going to hold on to fourth. Craig Tully running in fifth. Roger down in the 35 car going to jump back up to sixth after that incident there. Ashton Tucker, John Byron, Dylan Black, and Mike Rhino going to round out the top 10 as they run. Had 17 cars start this race. All 17 cars still in this race, and all 17 cars still on the lead lap here on lap number 37 as the lights are off. The iRacing pace car, we got them lined up 2 by 2, getting ready to go racing once again here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Dan Boulder's going to elect to take the bottom side of the racetrack, putting Ryan Messer up on the top side, but we've seen him very, very quick up there on these short tracks. In the super late model, green flag going to fly once again. Thunder Train going into turn one. Here they come. Dan Wilder's going to hold on to the lead, but there you see Ryan Messer able to hold on, trying to get that run down the back straightaway. Doesn't quite have it there, but he is going to stick on that middle groove. Dan Wilder's going to slide up the track just a little bit. That's going to open up the bottom of the racetrack for Ryan Messer, and there you can see it. He's going to kick that door open, take the lead, and drive on away with it. Dan Wilder's going to have to tuck into the tire tracks of Ryan Messer, and this is a good opportunity for that 56 car to do some learning, do a little bit of studying on that back bumper and see what Ryan Messer is doing with that super late model. Where he's quicker, where he's slower, and where he can improve. And you can see trying a couple of different things here, going up high that time by to see if he can try and match that speed that the one car has found. And you definitely know that one car's quick. Started, qualified on the pole and elected to start in the back. Shotgun on the field, gained 17 spots back up and retook the lead in a matter of 40 laps here on the half mile. And you can see it's pretty much sorted out single file throughout the field here for at least the top 10 or so. That's a look. The 1 and 2 still Messer and Woolridge. Travis Roma in the 38 car moving on to the third spot for the time being. Noel Fougier right on his back bumper in the 36. The 50 of Craig Tully, the Toco Electric ride up in the top 5 as well. Roger down, Ashton Tucker, John Byron, Mike Rhino, and Scott Higgins all up in the top 10. And there you see pretty much conveyor belt action here. Right up to the back bumper, giving a quick nudge to Romo, just letting him know that he's there, and you can see he's going to tuck back in to the tire tracks, see if they can kind of work together and maybe catch down, race down to the top 2. Ryan Messer pulling away. There you see the gap on the timing and scoring pylon there on the left-hand side of your screen. 0.3 of a second is the gap from first on back to second. caution flag flies. Saw it just there off your screen for the 5th time here, just shy of lap number 50 to 2 car of Ashton Tucker in the 12th lap. We'll take a peek at it. You can see up the racetrack a bit, loses the back end of the race car, spins the run around, gets down into the inside wall there. No other contact, it appears. Everybody able to get by A-OK, but down on the racing groove. And caution flag flying here at Nashville Fairgrounds with 49 laps in the books. Ryan Messer, the new leader here. Tan Woldridge in second. Travis Roma, Noel Fougier, and Craig Tully, the top 5 as they run. Conrad Murphy, Ashton Tucker are going to come down pit road, get a little bit of service, get some of that virtual sheet metal banged on out there. You see the 89 crew taking a good look at the damage. Ashton Tucker there down and away already. Might have just got a little bit of top off there, made sure the tires were good and not flat spotted. Going to rejoin the field, tail end of the field here. And we made mention, still 17 cars in this field, 17 cars on the lead lap. Conrad Murphy is in fact still on pit road. Gonna have to get down and away here relatively quickly, and there he goes. He's gonna exit pit road, so he's gonna be able to stay on the lead lap here with the field doubled up, 2x2 all the way through. The lights are out on the iRacing Mustang pace car, getting ready to go green flag racing. Less than 75 laps to go here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Left-hand turn down to the safety of pit road once more, and Ryan Messer elect to take the bottom side. Tan Woldridge up the high side. This time, green flag from Barney in the flag stand. There you hear the 1 car getting up through the gears, racing on down into turn number 1. Still really able to hold down through that bottom side of the racetrack, drifting on up. Has about 2/10 on the second place car of Tan Woldridge. Woldridge still kind of chasing down that back bumper, trying to get back up to him to see if he can do just a little bit more studying. There's Noel Fougier in the 36 car in behind, racing side by side with Travis Roma for that 3rd spot. Craig Tully there on the bottom side. You can see up on the high side, Roger now having a great recovery in that 35 car. Up a handful of spots and racing for a spot up in the top 5. Little side by side bumper car action going on a little bit further on back in the pack, and it sounds like it just went a little bit more than bumper cars, and indeed it did. Wade Craswell finding himself pointed into the, well, basically pointed into the nose of oncoming traffic there. We'll take a peek at it here on the EasyKleen instant replay, and there you see a little slicey dicey action going on up in front, and as we get on into the corner, there's a little bit of a bumpski from the 19 car. We'll take another look at it here, and there you see the 19 getting in a little too high, a little too hot, getting a little bit of a bump into the 67 car. Craswell does a great job getting on the brakes. There's a little bit of a tap from the 2 car of Ashton Tucker. That's going to be tough on that 2 car. Might have put a little bit of damage on that nose. Might be something that the crew's going to have to take a look at here, but going to rejoin the field here. Conrad Murphy, the only taker, it seems, on pit road. That 89 car involved in an earlier incident. Going to come down to the attention of the virtual pit crew to see what they can do with that 89 machine. Ryan Messer still leading here on lap number 56. Tan Woldridge, the number 56, currently in second. Now that's number 1 in points. Ryan Messer running first, and number 2 in points, well, one of number 2 drivers in points, Tan Woldridge, running in second, currently tied with Craig Tully for that second position in the championship point standings, as Craig Tully is back in the 5th position. Noel Fougier running in 3rd. Travis Roma there in 4th, right in front of Craig Tully. Chris Roma up in the mix as well. There you see the 83 car there. John Byron quietly making that 57 car known up in the top 10 in the 8th position. Scott Nika still in black, the top 10, as we get them doubled up once again here at Nashville. 57 laps in the books, and we're racing into the darkness here. You can see just getting a little bit darker here at Nashville as that sun begins to, or continues to set rather, off in the distance. Messer going to take the bottom side once again. Tan Woldridge up on the high side. There you see Fougier on the bottom, and there in the row number 2, Roma, and down the top 5. iRacing pace car down in the safety of pit road waiting, and there it is. Green flag from Barney in the flag stand. Great shot there from the one car on Messer. He's going to gap Tanner Woldridge by about 3/10 of a second here as they come out of turn number 2. A little side-by-side action there for second for a quick moment, but they get it sorted out. Bouchier going to hold on to third as Tanner Woldridge there in second. Oh, big slide. Oh, Tully hard into the outside wall. That is not good, and there is calamity ensuing. We got them stacked up here in the turn number 2, I believe. That's going to be a couple of different angles. We're going to have to take a look at that replay because it was a bit going on there. They see almost 3 wide. Tanner Woldridge gets a little bit of a bump. They get it all sorted out there, and well, there's the calamity up in front. So we're going to have to reposition that camera and get that sorted out and do a little rewind because we can do that here with live TV, and lots of cars involved in this one. Here you can see the 57 down low. We'll see what goes on, where the smoke first fires. There's the incident up there with Tully. And we can see from timing and scoring, it looks like Tully down on pit road for an extended amount of time. So that's not good for the race for second in that championship point standing. Going to lose a lap here as well as we continue to take a look at the replay. Focus in. There you see the 50 car down the bottom side of the racetrack. Everything looking good until corner exit, and just a couple of cars going for the same piece of real estate. And unfortunately, the way physics works, in real racing and in sim racing, 2 cars can't be in the same spot at the same time. So that's a tough break for Tully and all involved in that one. So Tully's still down on pit road. May have, there you see the right side getting jacked up there. May have some extensive damage to take care of on that. 35 car having a great day as well. Moving on through the field, unfortunately stuck with a lot of damage there on that car. You can see trying to get that thing worked on pit road. The crew, or the car's gonna come on by here, so now 2 laps down, unfortunately, for both the 35 and the 50 car. But we're gonna double them up once again. Lights off the iRacing Mustang pace car. Messer down on the bottom. Woldridge up on the high side, and we're gonna do something we don't normally do too much of here on VidaneTV, but I feel like we need to do it a little bit more. We're going to do a little bit of a crank it up here on the green flag and just kind of listen to the music that these simulated race cars make for our ears. Woolridge taking over the lead. Might have learned himself a thing or two in the first 70 laps of this one. But you can see Ryan Messer down on the bottom side of the racetrack, going to try and retake that lead here on lap number 72 as they cross the stripe. Too close to call for the timing of scoring. Give it to Messer, and as they get into one, the one car going to slide on into that first position. And you can see kind of drifting up the racetrack just a little bit. The 56 car still right on his tail, moving up the racetrack just a little bit. You can see the drivers kind of swapping these lanes back and forth here. The 56 car right on the back bumper of Messer, doing everything he can to try and upset the air on the back of that car, try and get Messer to make a mistake here. But we've seen in many occasions and many leagues here on the VidaneTV that Messer very rarely makes a mistake up in the front. Started up on the or qualified rather, up on the pole, took a little bit of a pole challenge, went to the back of the pack, and started shotgun on the field. Slowly made his way, well, I shouldn't say slowly, very methodically made his way up into the lead there in the first 40 laps of this one. Went back and forth with Cam Folger for that lead position. A little bit further on back, you can see Fougere still trying to hold on to the air right on that third spot, but drifted back a little bit further on back as Messer and Woolridge start to pull away a bit more. Travis Roman there in the fourth position. John Byron in fifth, like Rhino David, Scott Negus, Dylan Black, and Ashton Tucker. The top 10 as they run. A little bit of conveyor belt action, but getting everything all sorted out there. You see Danny Bitch with solid recovery for that 29 car involved in an early incident, up into 7th position. And getting closer and closer to that top 5. You can see Mike Rhino just in front of the 34 car and holding on to that 5th spot. There you see him, the 57 car. Great recovery for him as well, holding on to 5th. And, man, this battle for the lead is hot. Ryan Messer holding on to it. Cam Woolridge taking a peek down the bottom side of the race. Oh, Messer up to the outside wall. Oh, Cam Woolridge up to the back bumper, side by side now. Almost a bump and run, but not quite enough momentum. Or is there a bit of a bobble there for the 56 car, but as the position on the bottom side of the racetrack moves up just a little bit. There you see a slide from Ryan Messer, getting a little bit out of control with the back of that race car, holding on to it, only losing just a little bit of momentum, and still side by side for multiple laps here. These guys putting on a heck of a show. There's Messer, the onboard with him, just still staring off into that sun flare coming off of turn 4. Little contact between the 1 and the 56. Cam Woolridge holding on to the bottom. And you can see with these 80-lap old tires, kind of drifts up the racetrack just a little bit earlier on. Oh, Fougere up in the outside wall. Messer going to give it a touch as well. And you can see almost helped speed the car up. Going to get right to the back bumper of the 56 car. Woolridge and do everything he can to try and once again upset the car and upset the air, get it to spin just a little bit. Not so much spin, but get it just a little bit loose there in the back end of the car. 56 holding on to the lead for the time being. Rejoining the field, still having some issues, so going to come down back down pit road, see if he can get that thing all sorted out. Woldridge back to the point, 0.3 of a second, the gap between he and Messer as we work lap number 87, getting down to the nitty-gritty in this one. Less than 50 laps to go here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and closing in on the end of the season. Just one more race left in the season, and you can see the top two in points with the top two on track. And Tan Woldridge going to hold on to that second spot, kind of gain that second spot by himself in the point standings with the issues that Craig Tully is having. You can see on the scoring pile on there on the left-hand side of your screen, back down on pit road with 50 cars. So not the day they were looking for, especially this late in the season, as close as they were to the point lead there. Messer in second for the time being. We know that car's quick. Started shotgun on the field after qualifying out the pole. Made his way up to the top into the lead in a 40-lap time, and has been back and forth between 1 and 2 with Tan Woldridge. You can see the onboard very, very clear. There's a couple of lap traffic there. I believe that's the 67 car of Craswell off into the distance. Hey, some bright orange gloves. Love seeing that from the drivers in sim racing and real racing. It lets you know just how hard these guys are working to make sure these cars stay pointed in the right direction. The one car all over the back bumper of Tan Woldridge. These guys have been putting on a clinic. Anybody that has seen these two drivers work against each other and with each other here in sim racing, if you haven't, you're in for a treat. These guys have been putting on a heck of a show all race long, and when we get down to 20, 25 laps to go, these guys are both going to start burning that candle on both ends. Oh, big slide from the one car. Ryan Messer gathers it back up, going to lose a little bit of track position. He's going to move that line up just a little bit, get that track position back as they cross the start-finish line for lap number 93. Big slide there, big bobble for Ryan Messer, but he's going to hold on to it. Doesn't even look like it slowed him down any, because he's still right in the thick of things, right in the tire tracks of the 56 car of Tan Woldridge. Working lap number 94, you can see that lap traffic getting a little bit closer in the windshield for Tan Woldridge. That's going to be something that's going to play a factor here in the end of it. Big slide once again for Messer. Coming out of turn number 4, we saw that car get a little light, get a little loose, and he held on to it. But really showing how hard that one car's working to get back to the point, to get back to the lead, to get around that 56 car of Tan Woldridge. I believe these two drivers have led about equal amount of laps here. Working lap number 96, you can see both drivers kind of drifting up the track just a little bit. There's another shot of the 67 car of Wade Craswell. Messer up into the outside wall once again. These cars aren't going to have right sides by the time we get in to the end of it. And Messer doing everything he can to try and keep that thing on the back bumper, glued to the back bumper of the 56 car. 22 laps to go. Jan Woldridge holding on to the lead, driving away just a little bit for the first time here tonight. 3.5 tenths of a second over Ryan Messer there in second. He's current point leader, and Jan Woldridge current second place in points. And you can see it's a bit of a gap. 1.3 seconds on back Woldridge here, who's running in third. That 56 car been strong all day long, qualified up in the top 5 and running in that third spot. Travis Roma's been in the top 5 all day long. A little RBR on aboard action there, taking a look down the hood of that number 38 car. John Byron having a great run in the 57 car as well. You can see he's up in the top 5, qualifying outside of the top 10. And caution flag going to fly. Looks like Danny Fitch finding the wrong direction, and the 9 car will pull up the EasyKleen instant replay and take a peek. And there you see the tires are just giving out on these cars. Big slide, tries to get it corrected, overcorrects. There you see the top of that Mountain Dew can just flying off. There, the bumper cover. Easy enough for me to say. It's been a long day, folks. That bumper cover flying on off. Looks like they're going to gather it back up there. Call for the tow truck, the 24 car of Goodwin down on pit road as well. They're still trying to work on that thing. Craig Tully has called in an evening down in the garage area as well. So we're going to get a restart here with less than 20 laps to go, and it has been a heated battle up front between Dan Woldridge and Ryan Messer. Woldridge holding on to the lead, Ryan Messer in second. Noel Fougier, Travis Roma, and John Byron the top 5. Mike Rhino, Dylan Black, Ashton Tucker, Scott Negus, and Derek Gates the top 10, and Conrad Murphy there in 11. Chris Roma going to come down pit road. A couple of drivers going to come down pit road and see if they can get a little bit of the damage worked on there. The 67 car of Wade Craswell going to rejoin the tail end of the field as well. We got them all single file, but they're going to get ready to go green with less than 20 laps to go here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Holding on to the lead. Ryan Messer is there. You can see just how hard he's working. Back bumper, sliding that car all the way around the racetrack, trying to find some grip, trying to get back up to that point. And you can see a little side-by-side action. Big slide from Fougier, holds on to it from that third position. And you can see those two drivers driving away. There's Travis Roma in the fourth spot. John Byron still holding on to fifth. They get it all sorted out. Big slide for further on back into the pack. You can see these guys weaving and bobbing with just a handful of laps to go. 13 as they cross the stripe. Woldridge holding on to it. Mike Rhino side by side. They get it all sorted out, or do they? The 08 car down to the bottom side. Dylan Black trying to take that spot away from Rhino in the 34 car. There's the 2 of Ashton Tucker. He's going to join the party and take a shot up at, or at least up towards the top 5. Big save for Rhino in the 34 car. Massive, a Rhino-sized save, if you will. All the way right on that wheel, up into the outside wall. That's going to be one of those deals that distracts you a little bit. 3 wide for the time being. Ashton Tucker sliding on up, taking that spot away, but the open door is still there on the bottom side. The 08 car going to try and hold on to it. These guys are racing to try and get into the top 5, and a little bit of that recognition side by side still as they get onto it. As we take a look at the battle for the lead, that sun just about set off into the distance, crossing a stripe with 10 laps to go. Ryan Messer's onboard cam showing those hands back and forth. all the way around the racetrack. There you see another big slide from the one car trying to get there, trying to get to the back bumper of Woldridge and get up and around him. But I think the 56 car may have had a little something extra in the tank to hold on to, as might have saved just a little bit more rubber on those tires, as he is starting to pull away almost a half a second lead now between first and second. Messer doing everything he can to try and get their cherry red brake rotors here at the half mile. Coming to the stripe, 8 laps to go. Fougier still in third rather. Roma and Byron in the top 5. The 02 car of Tucker in 6th. Black, Rhino, Murphy, and Negus the top 10 as they run. Top 4 kind of pulling away just a little bit. Conveyor belt action as we get down to the end of this one, and it is going to be a nail biter. They exceed still a half second. Does Ryan Messer have anything left in that right rear tire? Does he have enough grip to try and get up there? Or are we going to have a late race caution here with single digits left on the docket? We've seen a couple, if not multiple, green white checkered attempts here throughout the season with the RBR Maritime EasyKleen Super Late Model Series. And are we going to see it again here? We're getting a high five from Barney up in the flag stand as they get ready to get into 3 and 4. There's the high five for Barney in the flag stand on the wrong side of the racetrack, but here we go. 5 laps to go in the Toco Electric 125 here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. And that lead is still a half a second, but there you see a tenth of it was gained back by Ryan Messer in that corner. He's all the way up on the outside of the racetrack, touching that wall. You couldn't put a piece of paper between that car and that wall. That's that one car using up everything that he can, trying to get that distance, trying to get that grip to the back of the 26 car, check out the 56 car of Woldridge, and you can see that gap still a half a second, not gaining, not losing, but staying right in time with the 56 car, and he's going to do, if he is going to stay there in second, going to hold on to the points lead for sure, and Woldridge going to slide on into second with the issues that Craig Tully was involved in earlier on here tonight as they came in tied for the second place in a point standing. 56 coming to 2 laps to go with popsicle sticks from Barney in the flat stand. Everything he can to hold on to it. There you can see that that lead was 0.56 seconds for a split second, and there you can see it close to it again. Messer doing what he can, but not quite enough time to get back to Tanton Woldridge. Not quite enough right rear tire as well. White flag, a white rag, 1 lap to go. Tanton Woldridge just has to hit his marks. There you can see another 10th added to the board. Messer with a little bit of a wiggle once again, but he's going to hold on to that second spot. There you can see the flames coming out of the side of the 56 car, easing it out of turn number 4. Checkered flag for the 56 car. Going to finish here tonight into the first position, get himself that checkered flag. Ryan Messer going to finish in second. Fougier in third. Travis Roma, John Byron, the top 10. What a race here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. This little half mile does not disappoint. A great a race here this evening. We're going to talk to those top 3 here momentarily. We're going to see if we can get them all lined up and get in here and get some questions answered, because man, what a great race here at Nashville Fairgrounds. And we'll catch up with our second place driver, Ryan Messer, coming in with a points lead, leaving with a little bit more of a cushion. 1 more race to go. How's the confidence level for this championship?
Confidence level's pretty good. Just having that little bit of a buffer definitely helps. Wanted to at least try to get a podium. I knew I was gonna have to start at the back, so I didn't know how easy that was gonna be. But right off the start, the car felt good. Just had to try to keep the tires under it, and we're able to get up through without really burning it up too bad. At least I didn't think. And it was great racing all race with Tanton there. I mean, I know I can run door to door with him and not get ourselves wrecked. It's always fun running them. So that was, I think it was a pretty good show.
Absolutely, door to door, bumper to bumper, front to back bumper, lug nut to lug nut, even at one point or another. Great racing between you and Tanton Woldridge throughout the night here. Got to give you a second here to give everybody a shout out. Always a lot of number 1 fans out in the stands, out in the virtual stands as well. Who's out there watching, and who gets you to and from the virtual track?
Yeah, I'd imagine that my family friends are always tuned in every time these races are on. So shout out to them. Just got to thank like Brent and Craig and the guys at RBR for putting this little series on. It's been a lot of fun so far. You guys at Vidane for putting these races on and making it so that all the fans can watch. And it's been a lot of fun.
Putting on a heck of a show here and a heck of a championship run for the one car. Ryan Metzler finishing in second. And speaking of a heck of a run, Tanton Woldridge side by side, bumper to bumper, racing with that one car, putting on a show there, taking a look at the slow motion burnouts there as well. Talk to us. What did it take to get the victory here tonight?
I think the big thing tonight was just trying to tire save and make sure I had the right stuff at the right time. I knew that Ryan had to start at the tail because he won last week, so um, we'd probably have to be a little bit aggressive to try and come through the field. He's one of the smartest racers around here, so he knows to take the time and to save the tire and still make moves forwards. So he got to us at the start, and I just tried to let him go and keep saving right rear. I knew this racetrack was pretty abrasive, so just tried to save at the right time. And it's always fun when you can run door to door somebody with no contact. Actually, there was a little bit, and it was on my behalf. So it was contact, but it was clean contact from both sides, and just cool to know that you can race with somebody clean and hard and have a good finish at the end.
One more race left into the championship. You're going to move into that second place by yourself. Tully having some issues here tonight. He's going to slide on back to third, potentially even fourth. What have you got to do to get this championship next week?
Uh, we just got to run our race. We were the point leader last week, and I guess I put myself in a vulnerable position, and then something unfortunate happened. So, um, Ryan, he's got a pretty solid lead, and he's a very deserving champion. He's always been good on iRacing, but this season he's definitely stepped it up. You can tell he's either put some laps in or something. He's found some that kind of extra, half quarter tenths. So um, we just got to do our thing, run our own race. We can't worry too much about what he's doing. We just got to try and capitalize and get every point that we can. We'll have to start at the tail, so just got to try and race smart and have stuff at the end.
Heck of a show here tonight. Got to give you a moment to thank anybody that's out there watching and who gets you to and from the virtual racetrack.
Yeah, I think the big one tonight is my grandfather. He tuned in. He's not feeling the best today, so got to give a huge thanks to him. I know I was working on the legend car over the weekend. I'm on reading week right now, so trying to work on the legend car a bunch this week, get it ready to go for the 2024 season. He plays a huge part of that by letting me store the car and work on the car in his shop. And he always lends a hand and stuff, lets us use his tools. So big thank you to him. I know Dad tuned in tonight. Everybody that puts this on. I mean, this is my favorite series by far that I've been in. It's just always clean. It's got good racers in it, and it's year 7, and they still got guys coming back. So uh, hard to find series like that, but they do a phenomenal job. Brent Roy for doing the job that nobody likes. Greg Tully for organizing everything, finding sponsors. Tucko Electric, they put on a sponsorship for this tonight, and obviously you for making it so that all our sponsors and fans can tune in and watch on Monday nights. And I'm looking forward to next week.
Solid show here tonight. A heck of a victory here in the 56 car here for Nashville Fairgrounds. And Brent Roy, the guy that nobody likes, doing the job that nobody likes. I'm just kidding, Brent. I love you. We love you, buddy. I'm just kidding. We kid because we care. Isn't that what they say? But last but not least, going to catch up with the third place finisher down on pit road, getting the virtual helmet off. Noel Fougier coming home. Solid 36 car here tonight. Don't think you left the top 5 throughout the night.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run. I didn't really know. I had like no practice coming into this race, so I had no idea what the setup was going to do, what the tires were going to do. Figured out that the car was wrecking off of both corners, so I just decided to relax and save my tires a little bit. Ended up basically just watching Tanton and Ryan fight for the lead. And I think I spent a little too much time saving my rear tires, and I think I ended up wearing my front tires out. It was a little snug, I thought, final run there. But yeah, no, it was a really good race overall. Like you said, I think we were in the top 5 the whole night. I enjoy this racetrack. I feel a little more confident and a little more comfortable on the bigger racetracks. So I enjoyed this race. I like this track, and I like Five Flags. So I'm excited for next week to see what we can do for the finale. But congratulations to Tanton on another win. Him and Ryan are just putting on a clinic this season. The two of them are just back and forth. They've been that way all season, so it'll be an exciting finale next week. But we'll see what we can do going into the finale. We'll see if we can keep up the points. I'm not sure where I'll be sitting after this race. Maybe I'll be 5th or 4th. So we'll see if maybe next week we can come home with another good finish and hopefully a podium for the series.
Shout out time. Got to give you an opportunity to thank anybody that's out there watching and who gets you to and from the virtual racetrack.
Yeah. Like to thank my grandparents, especially today. It's my grandfather's birthday today, so I want to give him a big happy birthday. They always support me. They're always tuning in every Monday night when we race, even when the races go a little long and things get a little late. Craig Tully and the Roma brothers for putting this series together. This is some of the most fun I have on the sim. I know, as Tanton said, Tulco Electric, Craig Tully, they put up the sponsorship for this race, so special thanks to them. Got to thank you at VidaneTV for putting on, as usual, stout broadcast and allowing everyone to put these races together and come and watch them. Check out NF Auto Care on Instagram and Facebook if you're looking to get your car detailed in the Antigonish area. Shoot me a text, shoot me a message. But yeah, besides that, just thanks to everybody that helps put this thing together, and we'll go get them next week.
One race left on the season for the drivers here in the RBR Maritime EasyKleen Super Late Model Series. It only took me 6 races to get that name right in one shot, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty proud of myself, especially after the getting on the road at 3 a.m. this morning, driving from North Carolina to Connecticut. I'm tired. We're all wrapped up here from Nashville Fairgrounds. We will catch you on the flip side, and when we do, we will be doing it live.